just used a random card?
To be honest, yeah.
Do you have your ID with you?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, no, hold on.
Oh, what are we doing? I was gonna go get my... Can I call my mom?
You can't make any calls right now.
Don't try and call me.
Just relax.
I'm not. I'm being nice. I'm cool.
Relax.
Bro.
Sit right here. Just sit down for a second.
Just turn it on.
On April 4th, 2024, officers in Lehigh County, Pennsylvania executed a fraud interdiction at Texas Roadhouse. This analysis examines the constitutional and statutory framework governing the encounter from investigative detention through formal arrest. The initial contact qualified as a Terry stop under .com, Terry versus Ohio, 392 U.S. 1, 1968. Terry requires reasonable, articulable suspicion, specific, objective facts indicating criminal activity, not mere hunch.
55 to 58 and 69, just advising. They haven't checked in yet, still just standing by to see if they come up. The individuals who placed this order have not checked in yet. When they check in, I will advise what spot they're parked in.
I wasn't really sure if I should call, if you guys would be able to do anything.
Did Jen call?
She did.
She called?
Yeah, she lives in Tennessee. She was really mad.
Yeah, I could
Understood. So
I'd understand too if someone ordered Texas Roadhouse in a place that I wasn't getting the food from Texas Roadhouse.
374. Exactly. Hopefully they show up and it's not a waste of your time.
Do you guys usually have like an amount of time that you wait before you just, or you just, when you close, if it's left over, you just get rid of it?
Yeah, we'll just throw it out. I told the kitchen not to make it. Like, obviously I'm not going to give them free food, but they need it anyways.
Yeah.
So, they placed it, this is the actual owner. This is the name they put it under, Jeff.
Okay. 6'9", he's right up here in front. I don't know what car he's in, but he's just standing up here.
Tall at pulling the spot over here?
No.
So,
Yeah, we're good.
He's standing right here in the black hooded sweatshirt.
Hi. Hi there. Can I talk to you?
Yeah.
Did you place an order for pickup?
It was... Yeah.
Okay. Whose car did you use?
It was... my friend's... Not my friend's. It was this card that my friend had given me.
You just used a random card?
To be honest, yeah.
Do you have your ID with you?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, no, hold on.
Oh, what are we doing? I was gonna go get my ID.
Well, did you drive here?
Yeah.
Okay, I asked you if you have your ID. I didn't ask you to go walk to your car.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What's your name?
It's Ricardo.
Do you know your social?
What's your name?
All right.
Just have a seat right here on the bench. Let's just have a seat. Let's just have a seat right here.
Okay, your name's not Justin, because we can go ahead and add another charge here. All right?
Go ahead and put your hands on the
Where's your car? Did you come here alone?
Oh, my mom was talking about it.
Are we allowed to search your pockets? Catch it out for weapons?
Do you have anything on you that you shouldn't have right now?
No.
You're under arrest, so you are going to be searched. So
I know.
tell us now if there's something on you we need to know about. You have something?
No, it's just my babe.
Your babe? How old are you?
18. Can I call my mom?
You can't make any calls right now.
It's Ricardo.
Don't try and call me.
Just relax.
I'm not. I'm being nice. I'm cool.
You got something right now.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. You understand? Okay. All right. So, who is Justin? Is that you? Okay. Yeah, we'll get him back here in the back of your car for now.
I call my mom.
What's your step?
I'm gonna go.
Not right now.
Why?
Searching before we put it.
Yeah, can you search him? Yep.
Come over here. I'll search him. Come on over here. Just stand right here in front of the car.
Face the car.
All right. How old are you, man?
I'm 18.
18. Where do you go to school? Do you go to school or did you graduate?
I go to Copley.
Okay. Who brought you all the way up here?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
And I just wanted a nice meal.
How'd you get this credit card information?
My friend gave it to me.
I find it hard to believe his mom dropped him off at my Who else is here with you? It doesn't make any sense. Somebody else is here with you.
No, I swear to God, I'm on everything.
How did you get here?
My mom took me home.
Mom took you home?
Yeah, she took me here to get food and she ran home.
So you were supposed to eat here?
Yes.
You weren't supposed to just pick it up and take it home?
No.
Hey, relax.
Bro.
Sit right here. Just sit down for a second.
Just turned on.
You got him?
Yeah.
Can I call my mom, please?
Not right now. I've told you that 3 times.
Can I know for what?
Not right now. I've told you that 3 times. You can in a little bit, but not right now. Have a seat. I'm not gonna lie, he was about to run.
I know.
He was about to run.
She's in Tennessee. She says someone placed an order here. He walks up and says, "Hey, I got a pickup order for Justice, or my name's Justice." And then when Taylor went to go ask him his name, he said, "What did he say, Ricardo?"
Yeah.
Yeah, he said Ricardo. I'm gonna go walk around the lot real quick, see if I can find where these keys belong to.
Alright,
If you want to hold on to that for me. His name's on there if you want to try and find him. He said he goes to Copley. I was going to text Kenny and see if he was familiar with the kid at all.
He was getting ready to run.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%. Well, that's why I went
That's why I stopped him. We're going that way because I'm like, where are you going? There it is.
Chevy.
Hit it again.
Camaro.
I wonder if this Camaro's stolen. Why would an 18-year-old kid have this car?
Back.
Sure.
Can I call my mom? I
What-
need my phone.
What did we just tell you, dude?
Why can I not call my mom?
Because you're detained pending a police investigation. Your mom is not a priority right now to us.
Okay, I used the credit card. That's it.
A stolen credit card. You used a credit card that did not belong to you. You did not have permission to use the credit card. Do you think this is just something we're just gonna, oh, you know what? Just don't do that.
No, I know I should be charged for this.
Right, then that's what we're working out. Okay, so let us get through what we need to get through. You know, if we determine that you're going to be under arrest, then there's a lot of moving parts that we have to get through. Okay, but once we get through that, I will let you call whoever you want. Have you done this before?
No, this is my first time.
Did you know it was a stolen credit card?
I mean, he said use this, and I was like, alright.
How did he get it?
I don't know.
Who's this friend?
I can't say names. That's
Is it somebody you met online or somebody you know in real life?
online person.
Okay.
I just want to see the last 4 of the VIN. 0296. Alright, I'm gonna run it and see what it comes back to. He said a Ricardo, but I want to see how old he is and where the guy lives.
They said 18 years old, and he said his name was Ricardo.
I wonder if he used a fake name to place the order.
Is he IDing himself yet?
Yeah, this is him. He said Ricardo first, and then he said Justice Antone. Justice Antone is a fake name that he used for the order. But this is him.
Okay. Hey, just so we're on the same page, what name pops up with on the DL and the RP? Ricardo.
Yeah, that's him.
That's who he's saying he is.
That's who he's saying he is?
Mm-hmm.
The name that so he first told us Ricardo, and then the second name he told us, Antone, whatever, is just the fake name that he came up with to put on the order. So this is him.
Yeah, he's saying this. That's him.
I mean, we can verify further at the station, but I'm like 90% sure, yeah.
She offered to send the order home with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She said, okay.
Let's examine the constitutional framework. Officers had 3 independent bases: a verified cardholder complaint out of Tennessee, staff, confirmation of the fraudulent order, and the subject's physical presence to claim it. That foundation comfortably exceeds the Terry threshold. The Terry detention escalated to a warrantless custodial arrest once the subject voluntarily admitted to using a card he knew was not his. United States v. Watson, 423 U.S., 411, 1976, holds that a warrantless arrest in a public place is constitutionally valid when probable cause exists. That standard was satisfied here by independent sources. The cardholder complaint, staff verification, and the subject's own on-scene admission. Officers also observed pre-flight indicators, a factor recognized in Illinois versus Wardlow, 528 U.S. 119, 2000, as contributing to the reasonable suspicion calculus. Miranda versus Arizona, 384 U.S. 436, 1966, requires officers to advise 4 rights before any custodial interrogation: the right to silence, that statements may be used against them, the right to counsel, and the right to appointed counsel, if indigent. Officers delivered a complete, compliant advisement immediately following the formal arrest announcement. Critically, the subject made incriminating statements before that arrest was declared. Under Berkemer versus McCarty, 468 U.S. 420 1984, voluntary statements made during a non-custodial Terry stop are admissible without Miranda warnings. Those pre-arrest admissions are fully available to prosecutors and form the backbone of the evidentiary record. The search of the subject's person was lawful under Chimel versus California, 395 U.S. 752, 1969. Chimel holds that a lawful custodial arrest automatically authorizes a warrantless search of the arrestee's person, no additional justification required. 2 Pennsylvania statutes anchor the charges. 18 Pennsylvania Consolidated Statutes, Section 4106, access device fraud, criminalizes the knowing use of another person's credit card number without authorization. Notably, the statute does not require the accused to have personally stolen the card. Knowingly using misappropriated card data, regardless of its source, satisfies the unauthorized use element. The subject's on-camera admission that an online contact provided the number, and that he used it knowing it was not his, establishes every required element without further corroboration. 18 Pennsylvania Consolidated Statutes, Section 3922, theft by deception, requires intentional acquisition of another's property through a false impression. The subject used a fabricated name for the order and arrived to claim goods he had no legal right to receive, satisfying both the deception element and the intent requirement. 1 Procedural vulnerability warrants note: the subject's repeated requests to contact his mother were denied with minimal justification. Courts evaluating post-arrest statement voluntariness under the totality of circumstances as framed in Colorado versus Connolly, 479 U.S. 157, 1986, may weigh prolonged communication restrictions as a relevant factor. This does not invalidate the arrest or the charges. It introduces an avoidable vulnerability in any future suppression motion. Officers receive an A-. Terry threshold met. Probable plot cause independently established. Miranda correctly administered. Search lawfully executed. The deduction reflects the dismissive handling of the phone requests, a best practice deviation that is legally marginal but professionally unnecessary. The subject receives a D. Both charges are fully supported by his own voluntary, pre-Miranda admissions. Physical compliance after arrest and voluntary disclosure of the vape pen prevent a lower grade. They do not mitigate the underlying offense, which was premeditated. 3 legal takeaways. First, the right to silence applies from the first moment of police contact, not only after Miranda is read. Pre-arrest voluntary statements are admissible and can anchor a prosecution. Second, downstream users of stolen credit card data carry full criminal exposure under access device fraud statutes. How the card was originally stolen is legally irrelevant to their prosecution. Third, officers should document the timing and justification for any post-arrest communication restrictions. Voluntariness challenges are preventable with minimal additional procedure. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Audit the Court, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.